Good afternoon, fans, and welcome to the Lady Beaverbrook Gymnasium, home court of the St. Thomas Tommies women's basketball team. I'm Bill Gibson. Thanks for tuning in this afternoon for this fall semester finale of women's basketball here for these two teams in the Atlantic Collegiate Athletic Conference. Tommies hosting University of King's College Blue Devils. And the Blue Devils, among three teams, tied at the top of the conference with 6-1 records. MSVU 6-1, they've lost to UKC. Mount A at 6-1 has lost to MSVU, and UKC at 6-1 have lost to Mount A. So each of those three teams, one loss coming against one of the other teams at the top of the conference. The logjam will be broken today, though. Here, UKC playing STU. And in a very intriguing matchup to end the first half, Mount A is at MSVU this afternoon as well. So, one team out of those three will drop out of that share of first place in the conference at the very least today. And if STU is able to beat the Blue Devils here today, would mean two of them would then be tied for second place, with the winner of MSVU and Mount A in first. Way too early to be too concerned about standings, though. Here in the conference, long way to go in the second half. Holland checks in fourth at 3-5 after the loss to the Tommies here yesterday. STU leapfrogs over UNBSJ to sit at 2-5. SJ drops to 2-6 with a loss to UKC yesterday, and Crandall checks in at 0-6. In terms of national rankings, it is MSVU 6. It is UKC Blue Devils at 12 and Mount A at 14. So all three of those 6-1 teams hit the national rankings, and that is awesome to see for the Atlantic Conference. VIU, Lakeland, and Red Deer are 1, 2, 3 nationally. Yesterday, UKC at UNBSJ, they won by 30, 87-57. Laura Prekai had 15 points and 6 rebounds for the Seawolves. Avery Allward, 14 and 6 in support. For UKC, there were 5 players in double figures, and you can expect with their balanced scoring, that's the way it could be today as well, as many players, balanced attack. It was Jenna Bain with 14 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists. Erica Kaeg with 13 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. UKC 35 points off turnovers, 21 second chance points, and outscored the Seawolves 45-19 off the bench. For STU, they defeated Holland College yesterday 69-53. It was a tight game right towards the end of the third quarter. Holland College gave a couple possessions away at the end of that third quarter, and then really, after starting the game flat, played a very flat fourth quarter. And full credit to the Tommies. That's the best I've seen the Tommies play this season. Plegenhoff with 20, Rancourt with 11 and 14 for the Hurricanes. Kylie Roy with 19 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals. Maybe the best offensive output in her career for Kylie Roy. Claire LeBlanc with 12 points, 5 rebounds. STU outscored Holland 25-13 in the fourth quarter. STU was plus 12 on the free throw line, outscoring the Hurricanes 18-6. And they won rebounding and guard scoring, which were my keys to the game yesterday. My keys here to this matchup. This is a UKC team that has 7 players that average better than 6.5 points a game. STU needs to bring the same energy they did yesterday, control the pace, not let UKC, who likes to move the ball around, get into a track meet with them. And STU really needs to dictate pace. STU may have size advantage on UKC. UKC a little bit guard heavy, but they move the ball really well, and of course Jenna Bain is their floor leader and leading scorer. Starters being announced for STU, and there is Charlie Connors. She was a warm-up time decision today after a little tweak in yesterday's game. She's good to go. She starts with Celine Sturkle, Kylie Roy, Katie Vedito, and Alyssa Jeffrey for the Tommies. Sturkle wearing 22 today, her usual Tommy green number among the missing. starters for the UKC Blue Devils. Jenna Bain wears 5. Shooting guard at a CP Allen in Halifax at 5'6", and that may be a roundup on the 5'6". Angeli Gossel, shooting guard out of Toronto at 5'9", and Father John Redmond wears number 6. Lindsay Black out of Moncton, shooting guard 5'9", wears 10. Lib Davila, point guard out of St. John's, Newfoundland at 5'4", wears 11. And Lauren Ford, 5'10" forward out of Sackville, wears 15. That's Gossel. He controls off the top for UKC. Black takes and makes the 3. And now pressure from the Blue Devils on the Tommies. Benito ahead to Sturkle. Little mishandle there, but she's going to drive in under the bucket, kick it back outside. Sturkle's got to get out of the key, and she does. Connors out of the corner. First foul of the game will go to Lindsay Black. Black in her second year at Moncton High School. 11 games with the Dow Tigers last season. Roy, who had the great offensive game yesterday, I believe her career high in a STU uniform at that 19. Tried to do a little research on that this morning and couldn't find a higher game for Kylie Roy. There may be one out there in her STU career. Could be more than one. Deflected by Sturkle on the entry pass for Lauren Ford. Davila inbounds. Gossel with the catch inside, and Gossel is fouled. She will go to the line. Foul goes on Kylie Roy, her first. Your officials for this one, Mr. Dave Gallagher, Mr. Matt Whipple, and Ms. Rashida Atkinson. Make on the second to make it 4-0 UKC, and here comes some pressure. Roy into the post for Sturkle. Sturkle should have an advantage there. Going to travel though. Might have been a little indecision there on Sturkle's part. That move happens right away. I think she's got an opportunity to score through the hands of Angeli Gossel. Ahead for Connors. Benito baseline jump shot. That's off the rim. Jeffrey fighting for the rebound. Looks to kick it back outside. Coach Connors looking for a foul, none called. Out of bounds off the Tommies and over to UKC. Oh, almost a steal by Vedito on Gossel. Out of bounds on Kings was Lindsay Black. Sturkle on the catch to help against the press. Davila almost had the pickup. Ahead is Jeffrey. Benito, high post, Sturkle, step back 18-footer. Five-second violation as the Tommies bring the pressure. Bain was looking for Davila. And the first sub set to check in to the next opportunity. Didn't quite get to the table in time. Connors, deep three. Not sure whether that one grazed the rim. It did not. The shot clock did not reset. But it's over to UKC. Jenna Bain. Picks up the dribble, finds Davila. All alone underneath inside for 2 points is Lauren Ford. Going to be a foul on Gossel, I believe, 6. Checking in is number 7, Alex Soiko. Soiko from Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, and Carleton Comprehensive. It's a tough pass into traffic. Not sure Connors really had a chance to catch that one. Turn over to Kings, and we'll have the first Tommy subs of the afternoon. Will be LeBlanc and Hoyt, I believe. Black with the power move on Connors. Doesn't get it to go, but it's Soiko on the rebound. Connors collects that carom, and we're off and running. Roy and Jeffrey. Jeffrey from the elbow. Rebound Black. Have a jump ball tie-up possession to the Tommies. Ella Hoyt, Paige LeBlanc check in. I may have inadvertently called Paige Claire in my recap of yesterday's game. It is Paige LeBlanc. Sturkle, step back, nice move. Nice soft shot, but it doesn't roll in, and Hoyt will get the foul, trying to track down the rebound. Going to be the Tommy second, Hoyt's first. Both of these teams using pressure. Could be a lot of fouls in this one. See how things go. Soiko off to number 12, Emma Garrigan, who's checked in. Ford can't make the reverse, but she gets a rebound and is fouled by Sturkle on the putback attempt. Lauren Ford averages 7 points a game, one of the 7 players that average over 6.5. 5 rebounds, an assist and a half as well for Lauren Ford. And shooting better than 80% from the free throw line at 81. One thing this team seems to excel at is free throw shooting. To the Blue Devils, shooting 76% as a group, and that's a pretty good number. Kathleen Quinlan and Charlie Connors check in. Quinlan, her first action of the afternoon. Travel called on Paige LeBlanc. It was good to see the Quinlan connection pregame. Nora, who plays for UKC, and Kathleen. Big hug on the middle of the court when they saw each other. Ford on the step through, can't get that one to go. Rebound controlled by Vedito, ahead for Quinlan. That's LeBlanc. LeBlanc's a double-digit scorer, about 12 a game for the Tommies. Slightly behind Soiko, but she retrieves the ball. Quinlan looking for the steal. Going to be fouled by Jenna Bain. Going to be the 4th team foul on UKC. They're calling that a breakaway foul, so this will be shots and the ball for the Tommies. Okay. Quinlan for the second. Clean on both. Kathleen Quinlan out of Holy Heart, their second year here with the Tommies. Averages over 3 points, nearly 4 rebounds a game. Sturkle in for Vedito. Quinlan will inbound with the Tommies down 3. Expecting someone to go in a different direction there. That pass was picked off, and that pass fired out of bounds by Emma Garrigan. Garrigan out of Halifax and Halifax West. Roy and Jeffrey in for Quinlan and Hoyt. Brianna Bartley checks in as well for Charlie Connors. Bartley, seeing her first action out of the year, is out of Woodstock High School and the Thunder program. Roy with some speed, stops, hammers on the brakes. Now finds Sturkle. Spin move to the bucket, off glass, can't get it to go. Sturkle down on the knee that time, and she's hurt. That's not good, don't like to see that at all. Coming up the other way is Bain, that's going to be out of bounds. That's the knee that Sturkle hurt in the pre-Christmas game 2 years ago at Mount Allison. You have a look at the UKC huddle. Trainer out. Check on Celine. And able to put some weight on it, walking off. That's a good sign. UKC ball. Three-pointer missed by Bain, though. Rebound to Andrea Hebert, who has checked in. Hebert out of St. Catharines, Ontario. And St. John de Brebeuf. That's Hebert with the ball. Back for Bain. Jeffrey got a piece of that, but it was off of Bain. Checking in for UKC 14 is a Keg. Roy for LeBlanc. LeBlanc, the runner, no good. Rebound taken away. That's Hebert on the rebound. And fouled, no travel called. I thought we were going to have a foul on Kylie Roy. Benito checks in. Roy will inbound. Paige LeBlanc to the bench. Charlie Connors drives baseline, kicks back out. Jeffrey cross-court pass Benito. 2 to shoot. Benito's got to get one up. Found rim. Bartley tries to track the rebound, but it's out of bounds off of STU. Over halfway through a low-scoring opening quarter here. The Tommies and the Blue Devils. Oh, that's a Soiko tackled through the lane. Block called on Charlie Connors. Sturkle is standing, testing the knee in the trainer's area for the Tommies. That's a good sign. Soiko on the outside. There's a shot out of the corner by Garrigan. Nice passing for Bartley, who finishes off glass. Vedito, high off glass for 2 points. Tommy sneak in front, 8-7. Said in my preview video and early on, I didn't think the Tommies wanted this one to be a track meet. Happy to use the pressure to control pace. Rebound, Bartley. Jump ball, tie-up will stay with UKC on the alternating possession. 21, Nora Quinlan checks in, as does number 13, Veda Wells McCahan. Bain inbounds for Hebert. Jenna Bain calmly makes a three. Allows UKC to set the press once again. The Tommies beat it with LeBlanc. Jeffrey with the fake and drive into traffic. Off glass, no good. Rebound is controlled by Garrigan for Quinlan. Quinlan turned away by Vedito. Andrea Hebert makes a three. Back-to-back three-pointers for UKC. Heard the whistle, but I didn't see what the referee called on that one. 3 seconds, possibly. Just kind of guessing at that one. Hebert for Bain, a little too strong with the pass. Tommy pressure works that time to force the turnover. 2:20 to go in the quarter. Tommy's down 5 after the quick three-point strikes. Hoyt with the miss. Quinlan with the rebound back for Roy. Kylie Roy had 3 three-pointers yesterday. Part of her high-scoring game. Quinlan steps on the sideline, out of bounds. Vedito on the takeaway. Eight-second violation on the Tommies. And here comes Sturkle back in. This is a great sign. Clearly cleared by the trainer, and more of a stinger, maybe down on the brace and drove it into the knee a little bit. Traveling violation. Tommies will inbound on the far side. Sturkle for Vedito, long three-point attempt. And it's good for Katie Vedito. Tommy's within 2. And a big shot for Vedito as well. But a number of them have looked great leaving the hand and been nice soft shots, but just haven't dropped from three-point land for Vedito this season. Travel called that time on Hebert. LeBlanc back in. Jeffrey back in. Davila in for UKC. Sturkle with the catch at center. Benito cross-court pass, LeBlanc. It's an all-Quinlan matchup in the low post for a moment. Sturkle gets the offensive foul that time. Good defense by Hebert to take the charge. Coach Connors does not like that call. Errant inbound pass from Garrigan. That's a couple. She's overshot targets here. Going to be the second foul on Sturkle. She'll come onto the bench now with the 2 fouls, and Charlie Connors back in. Connors for LeBlanc, Vedito. Quinlan, low post for Jeffrey, who fakes, drives, gets inside and draws the foul. Tommy's forcing the action on the inside. I think that's Hebert that picks that one up. We'll see. It is number 8. Send Jeffrey to the line. Jeffrey 5 points, 4 rebounds, an assist and a half a game. 72% free throw shooter through the first 7 games. Makes the second. It is Hebert's second. She will come out. Lindsay Black will check back in for UKC. Number of former Dow Tigers here on the Blue Devils. Davila down on the floor as our 2, 3, 4, almost 5 players there. It's going to go over to Stu. 25.6. .23 on the shot clock. Vedito for the lay-in. Give Vedito 7 points here in the first quarter as the Tommies jump back in front of UKC. Another pass that's a little too strong, that time from Davila. Davila on the outside, Quinlan looking for the ball in the low post, but it's LeBlanc who knocks it away into the hands of Garrigan. Long shot missed, rebound, one dribble, you got to get it up, there's time's running out. No shot there. Tommy's lead after the first, 15-13, really interesting first quarter. Potential injury to Sturkle appears not to be a major factor in this one as she returned to the floor. Did pick up her second foul. Andrea Hebert, her second foul for UKC, one of 3 former Tigers. I think that 4 former Tigers here on the roster. DeSantos Gutierrez is a scratch today. 3 in the lineup. Gossel, Hebert, and Black, all Tigers, and of course the 2 schools, Dow and UKC, very much associated. Good connection there. If you're watching along at home, feel free to reach out. You can find me on X or Twitter, whatever you call it, at Billsby, B-I-L-L-S-B-Y, B-I-L-L-S-B-Y. Or send me an email at the podcast email, late scratches, all one word. And don't forget the E towards the end of scratches, late scratches at outlook.com. We'll come right here to my cell phone. Always like to know who's watching along out there, and thanks to Glenda Pack and the Quinlan clan for checking in. And Heather Storty as well. Good to see Heather and Sam in the gym yesterday. Sam picked up CCAA All-Canadian, one of a number issued here yesterday to some of the Tommy teams, the basketballers recognized, and some other teams as well. And Sam Storty very deserving among those. UKC ball to start quarter 2. Soiko, Davila. Davila launches a 3. That one rimmed out. Rebound, Vedito for Jeffrey. Jeffrey met by Davila. It's going to be out of bounds off of Jeffrey. And Jeffrey down favoring, looks like the left leg. And she's helped up and going to be helped off the court. No, she's going to hobble off the court all on her own. Kylie Roy checks in. And Jeffrey will visit the trainer's table. Tough catch for Ford. She kicks outside. Baseline jump shot doesn't go in for number 9, Charlie Lepp. First time I've said Lepp's name in this game, I believe. I'll reset the lineups here when I get a chance. LeBlanc with the deep shot. Connors with the rebound, put back foul. She will shoot 2. For the Tommies, it's Roy, Vedito, Connors, Quinlan, and LeBlanc. And for UKC, Soiko, Lepp, Black, Davila, and Ford. Lauren Ford out of Sackville, Nova Scotia to Millwood High, 3rd year. Played for the Windsor Edge in the Maritime Women's Basketball Association. Some news from that association recently. The relocation of the Edge franchise to the Dartmouth area, I will say. They're now rebranded. As the 59ers, Lake City 59ers. Dartmouth's the city of lakes, and that franchise looking to represent, I'll say, the greater Dartmouth area, several communities there around. Check out the Maritime Women's Basketball Association website for more information on that move and the history behind the naming of the 59ers. Pardon me, 56ers. Not 59ers, 56ers. Apologies to the 56ers. Got a foul on the inbounds, a hold, I believe. It's going to go on Charlie Lepp. And the 56ers branding looks a whole lot like the vintage, 90s vintage, I'll say, maybe 2000s vintage Philadelphia 76ers, the black era there of the branding. Sturkle a little too strong on the shot. Out of bounds off of UKC. Tommy's up 1 as Jenna Bain checks back in for Charlie Lepp. Lepp out of Brooklyn, Ontario. And I see a lot of names coming through the ACAA out of Brooklyn, Ontario. Hockey, basketball, volleyball. I don't know exactly where that is, so I'm going to have to check that one out on the map at some point. I'm guessing it's fairly near to the center of the universe, otherwise known as Toronto. Just kidding. And certainly all fine athletes. Soiko, front rim, rebound LeBlanc. Roy ahead for Quinlan, and that's Soiko. It is Sunday afternoon. A little push from behind there. Like a defensive back and a wide receiver. Jeffrey back in. Whatever the tweak was on the fall. It's okay for Jeffrey as well. Jeffrey for Vedito. Another nice looking three that is soft on the rim and rolls out for Vedito. Did a lot of that in this first half from Vedito, just tough luck. LeBlanc ahead for Hoyt. Hoyt's going to go right to the bucket and draw the foul. It's going to be on Lauren Ford. It's a great take by Ella Hoyt. You draw that contact, make sure you go to the line. And of course, Hoyt, I'm told, is a renowned rugby player, even better at rugby than she is at basketball. And certainly plays a hard-nosed style of play here out of St. Malachy's High School is Ella Hoyt. Last weekend did a couple games on the PA at the Lions Den tournament, and St. Malachy's was one of the teams. Got to be sit right beside their bench, actually, and see Coach Patterson in action. Dan Patterson, you see him here in the ACAA a lot as an official, coaching St. Malachy's, and certainly loved what he was doing on the bench. Very encouraging to his team, and you can see why there are some good players out of St. Mac's program. Bain on the steal and lay-in. UKC back within one. Hoyt with Sturkle. Good defense to knock that one away. That was Lindsay Black with the good hands. Tommies take it back, and they've got numbers the other way if they take advantage. They're going to run some offense, get the shot out of the corner for LeBlanc, who makes the three. Paige LeBlanc. Gossel on the drive, rebound Bain. I'm not sure how Bain got that ball, but she did. Veteran on the offensive boards, and Bain, she draws the foul. I think that's going to be on Hoyt. If it's on Hoyt, it will be her second. It is. Fresh five for the Tommies. Davila checks back in for UKC. Soiko will come in as well. The five for the Tommies. Bartley, Roy, Connors, Quinlan. Along with Regan Kerr. Kerr, I believe this is her first action of the weekend. Kerr, the pride of the Lions from Leo Hayes High School. Congrats to the Leo Hayes girls for winning the Colonel Gray tournament in Charlottetown yesterday. 2 wins of that tournament over Miramichi Valley, last year's provincial champions in Miramichi Valley. Kerr to Quinlan in the corner. The good things happening on the north side and the Lions program. That's a young Lions squad as well, only one senior. Quinlan on Gossel. Soiko on the drive, scores 2. That's going to be a foul on Regan Kerr, and Soiko will go to the line. Blue Devils come into this one scoring 81.4 points a game. They're well below that pace at this point in time. The Tommies score 62. So pretty handy to the Tommies' pace of scoring. Blue Devils would like to up the ante here a little bit on the scoring. Timeout, Tommies. 5:48 to go here in the half, and the Blue Devils edging in front by 1. Tommy's here, an opportunity to regroup. Slow down the pace just a bit. Like what the Blue Devils are doing, subbing fairly freely, of course, when you have 7 players who average more than 6.5 points a game, you can do that. It's Coach Madison Doucette running the huddle for UKC. Spoke with Coach Doucette and Coach Williams before the game. Very pleased with how they've been playing so far. Of course, they've had, say, a feast of home games. They had 5 at home versus only 1 on the road, and they're on the second of what will end up being 5 in a row on the road, of course, with a big break between games 2 and 3, the last game here of the first half, and they start with 3 on the road in the second half, not back home until late January, the 28th, final weekend of the month. So a very important stretch of their season coming up here, or in the midst of. And started it well with the road win at SJ yesterday, up by 1 here on the Tommies. Take them one at a time. There's Soiko taking away from Quinlan, has Ford. Soiko jams on the brakes, kick back outside. Quinlan, that's Bain. Inside for Ford, a little too strong. Connors picks up the loose ball. Ahead for Roy. Roy for Regan Kerr. Bartley with the fake and go. Back outside for Roy, who shoots the 3. Back rim for Roy, collects the rebound. Connors launches a 3. Front rim that time. Quinlan sneaks in, and that one is off glass and no good. A couple of players tumble to the floor. Everyone's okay there. We're back up the other way, and Nora Quinlan goes back rim on a 3-point attempt. Jenna Bain can't get that to go. Hard fall there as Bartley going to be an unsportsmanlike foul on Nora Quinlan, and not intentional at all. Trainer out to check on Bartley. Hard collision there between Quinlan and Bartley, and again, not intentional. Bartley up, and they'll walk off the far end. That's going to be shots and possession for Stu. Benito checks in, or shots at least for Stu. Not sure if we'll have possession here. Benito takes the free throw and makes the free throw. Yep, shots and possession on the unsportsmanlike. Benito makes the second. So Benito with a good game here has at least 9. Haven't told you about, these teams met once before. That was November 5th at UKC. UKC won 62-53. Benito with a great game there as well, 12 points, 12 rebounds. Paige LeBlanc, 13 points, 4 rebounds, and for UKC it was Bain with a 10-5 game, Davila with a 10-2 game, as did Quinlan. 63 total turnovers in that one. UKC ended up with 72 shots versus the Tommies 57, and that really was the difference. Most of the stats were relatively close, one way or the other. It's the number of shots that the Tommies got versus UKC, really the differential in that one. Quinlan slips on the floor, might have been a little contact from Roy. Tommies now up 1 after the 2 Benito free throws inside for Ford. Ford to shoot, outside, Soiko nowhere to go, now drives, gets one up, off the front rim, rebound inside by Ford, jump ball with Roy. And possession Tommies on the tie-up. Cross corner pass now back outside and over to Vedito, in for Sturkle in the post. Sturkle for the cutting Jeffrey. Bain, the veteran, had a hand on that. Gossel with the catch. Inside, turns, back rim. Vedito and Bain fight for the rebound. It's off of Vedito. Vedito and Soiko fight for the rebound. Quinlan for Gossel. That's Bain, launches and makes. That's only a 2. Seesaw game continues as UKC goes back in front. Jeffrey for Roy. LeBlanc open for 3. Sturkle collects a rebound, puts one up, can't get it to go over the front of the rim. Ford had post position. Bain elected not to send the pass. Instead, Ford comes up top to collect, goes to the floor and travels. Lindsey Black will check back in. This will be for Lauren Ford. Tommies lose the handle out of bounds. Bain for Soiko, who launches a 3. LeBlanc on the rebound. That's a good rebound for LeBlanc. That's a good crash from her position on the floor. LeBlanc through the key, stop, spins. 8-footer was short. Black ahead for Soiko. Soiko stopped by Jeffrey. Nice power step off glass for 2. Alex Soiko. Nice move there. LeBlanc step back 3-pointer. That one is nothing but nylon. And we're tied at 26. 1:45 to go here, first half. Quinlan looks to answer. One's off the out of bounds portion of the backboard on the top. Timeout, Tommies. 1:38 to go. In a tie game and an entertaining battle here. Three Tommies have gone off with injury. 2 of them returned to the game. Haven't went over to get a look at Bartley, who was the last Tommy to go off. But certainly Sturkle and Jeffrey. Looked like Sturkle's could have been a little more serious than it turned out to be. They have both returned, and Bartley, after the blow to the head, I'm sure will be getting a good check from the trainer. Always cautious on concussion type things, any head contact. Coming up after this one, same 2 schools on the men's side, and that should be hotly contested contest. A couple really dynamic players on UKC. One of the best tandems in the league. And Chikwe and Armstrong for the Blue Devils. And of course the Tommies coming off that 110-point game yesterday against Holland College. Really pushed the pace hard in that one and piled up the points on Holland, who short-staffed, missing several key ball handlers in that one. In fact, some write-in names on the program yesterday when I showed up. Blue Devils force the turnover. Connors might have tweaked the ankle again just a little bit on that one out of bounds, but she's limping just slightly. She'll stay in. She is tough. Quinlan on the outside. The Tommies guarding the outside well. 8 to shoot. Gossel against LeBlanc. Quick feet, step back jumper. Rebound Vedito. For LeBlanc. LeBlanc to the front court. Tommy slow it down. They'll run offense. Sturkel's got a mismatch in the post, and there's the ball. Kicks back out for Connors for an open three-pointer. One didn't drop, and it's out of bounds to Kings with 46.9 to go here, opening half. Gossel on the drive and picks up the offensive foul as Charlie Connors takes the charge. Jeffrey. Going to be the second on Gossel. Jeffrey blocked by Gossel that time. 18 seconds to shoot, and it'll be Alex Soiko picking up the foul here. Connors to the line. Charlie Connors having a great sophomore season for the Tommies. 9.4 points, 5.4 rebounds, a little over 2 assists as well for Connors. Shooting 50% from three-point land, makes her among the league leaders. In fact, second. And over 70% from the line as well from Charlie. Quinlan gets Vedito in the air. Is going to go for the three-point play and the opportunity to give UKC the lead. If she can make both from the line, should be tied at 28 with Quinlan on the line. 8.8 seconds on the game clock. That one goes through for Nora Quinlan. 5 seconds for the Tommies. That one is lost out of bounds, and it'll be 4.1 on the clock for UKC. No timeout called. I'm not sure if they've used theirs here this half. I wasn't keeping track of that. That's Black. She's got to launch one, and it is wide of the rim. It'll be 29-28 in a game that's very much being played at the pace of scoring that the Tommies would like. The Tommies average 62 a game. UKC averages over 80. In fact, over 81. The scoring pace not quite up to UKC season standard. Right around where the Tommies like. That'll be key for the Tommies to keep it at that pace and keep it tight through the second half. One back in about 14 and a half minutes. I'm Bill Gibson. I'll have the second half for you then.
Hi fans, and welcome back to the Lady Beaverbrook Gymnasium, home court of the St. Thomas Tommies women's basketball program. Tommies trail the visiting UKC Blue Devils by 1, 29-28. Pace of play and scoring, more to the Tommies. The Tommies average over 60 a game, where UKC averages over 80. UKC, you would think, would want up the scoring pace a little bit. You don't have to look too far to see why it's a low-scoring game. UKC's committed 22 turnovers and is shooting 31% from the field, 21% from the line. Tommies have committed 18 turnovers and are shooting 23% from the field and 20% from behind the three-point line. It is the free throw line that is keeping the teams going here. UKC 6 of 8 for 75%. The Tommies 11 of 12 for 92%, or just shy of 92%. Scores from the first half: Jenna Bain with 9, Gossel with 1, Lindsay Black with 5, Lauren Ford with 3, Alex Soiko off the bench with 5, Andrea Hebert with 3, and Nora Quinlan with 3. That's your 29 points for UKC for STU. Yesterday's big scorer, Kylie Roy, yet to hit the scoreboard. Katie Vedito has 9 and is playing really well for the Tommies. Alyssa Jeffrey has 2, Charlie Connors 3, Celine Sturkle, who had the knee injury scare, has 2, Brianna Bartley 2. Let's see if Bartley is back on the Tommies bench or in the Tommies bench after the head contact there. If I get a look, I'll let you know. Paige LeBlanc with 6 and Ella Hoyt with 2, along with Kathleen Quinlan's 2 points. For the Tommies, it's back to the game starters: Roy, Jeffrey, Vedito, Connors, and Sturkle. Sturkle in 22 today. She usually wears 14. And for UKC, pick up the starters here as soon as I rearrange my papers. Put down the halftime summary. 6 is Gossel. Davila is 11. Bain is 5. 10 is Black. And 15 is Ford. For the Blue Devils in the white jerseys. Tommies in the green with the gold trim. Ford can't get it to go off glass. Sturkle rips a rebound. And there is Bain with the steal on the Connors pass. Bain was looking for the foul, threw up the shot. Connors collects the rebound. Ahead for Vedito. Sturkle with the long shot. Rebound, far side, Jeffrey. Roy on Davila. Sturkle. Again, short. About a 10-footer, maybe 12 that time for Salim. Gossel off glass for 2. Vedito against Ford, back outside for Roy. Pass for Connors picked off by Black. Tommies pick up at half court on Lib Davila. Davila out of O'Donnell High and Mount Pearl, Newfoundland. Been to the Basketball Canada Nationals at U15 and U17. Black with the score. UKC pushes the 1-point lead to 5 here to start the half. Sturkle couldn't collect that pass as Bain intercepted. That is Bain in traffic, stops, pops. Ford tracking the rebound out of bounds off of Ford. Over to the Tommies. LeBlanc in for Vedito. Played just over 2 minutes of quarter 3. Connors for Sturkle. That's an automatic 2 in there, that low of a catch for Sturkle. Points the Tommies needed right there. Black, Davila. Three-pointer hard off glass, rebound to the Tommies. Ended up in the hands of Connors, and that's Connors to the front court. Sturkle again in the post against Ford. Good defense that time by Ford, not to let Sturkle get the ball above the waist and get the shot off. Roy picks up the foul from Lauren Ford. It's going to be the second on Ford. Sends Roy to the line. Kylie Roy, 8 points, over 4 rebounds, over 2 assists per game for the Tommies. First one winds its way through the bucket for Kylie. Second one back rim. Rebound Davila. Davila front court. Not sure if LeBlanc got a hand on that one or not. Sturkle with a catch for Roy. Nice cut by LeBlanc right into the teeth of that zone. And great look. Tommies tied at 33. Good response from Stu after UKC pushed the lead to 5. Score 5 in a row themselves to tie it up. Davila, Gossel. Three-pointer, back rim, rebound Bain. Bain, calm, shoots the 18-footer and makes it. Jenna Bain at 5'6" and averaging just about 5 rebounds a game. Pretty remarkable number. Connors answers at the other end. It's like Lindsay Black shaking off the right hand. Jammed a finger there on defense maybe. It is Black on the catch. Shoots with the left hand, and there it is, the three-pointer made. Gets tangled up with Connors. Everybody's okay there on the far side. Bain looking to jump in front of Roy, but it's Kylie who comes up with the ball and the 2 points. Quinlan Hoyt set to check in for Stu. And Andrea Hebert will come in for UKC. Ford against Connors. Over the rim that time for Ford. LeBlanc collects the carom. LeBlanc, tough catch. Jeffrey, Roy, Sturkle, low post. Jeffrey misses the 3, rebound Black. Over halfway through quarter number 3. Jenna Bain on the drive. Nice score by Bain off glass. Good double team. Oh, but Black's going to pick up the foul. Black still adjusting the fingers there on the right hand coming off to the bench. Oh, a lot of player movement. I'll just reset everybody here for the Tommies. 12 is Hansen. First action for Michaela Hansen this weekend. Hoyt, Sturkle, Quinlan, and Vedito are your Tommy 5. Rebound there by Ford. Ford joins with Gossel, who has the ball. Bain, Hebert, and Emma Garrigan. I believe Garrigan the only sub in that time for UKC. A lot of player movement though. So give you the full reset. UKC +3, 4:19 to go here in quarter 3. This one has been tight all the way through. The Tommies were up by 2 after 1. UKC up by 1 after 2. Garrigan, short on the three-pointer. UKC's taken a lot of threes today. They haven't been dropping with consistently. Quinlan with a rebound on the inside for Hansen. Back out for Quinlan and Vidito. 6 to shoot. Quinlan has to put one up. No rim, but it's already in the hands of UKC. And Jenna Bain for Garrigan. Garrigan lost the handle, but it's Bain right there to pick up the ball. The veteran in the right place at the right time. Gossel on the drive. Put herself in trouble, then had to pass. Tommies to the front court, loose ball. Foul called. It's going to go on Sturkle. Okay. Mr. Whipple saw that from across the gym. I didn't see that one from up here. Guess I was watching the players going to the floor, not how they got there. Sturkle's third. Important foul for the Tommies there. And go right at Sturkle, Hebert. That's smart. Smart offense. Player picks up the third foul, and Hebert says, okay. I'll go right at you. Make you play some defense. Blue Devils will be okay with that play. They forced the turnover. Got the action up at a fast pace. Just lost the handle and the footing on the attack to the basket. They push the lead back up to 5 again. Sturkle out. Connors has checked in for Stu. Quinlan, baseline drive, stops. Connors in the right place at the right time. Backs up and scores 2 with the over-the-shoulder shot. Ford. Nice look inside for Quinlan. Nora Quinlan gets the one bouncer off the rim. Pushes the lead back to 5. Kathleen Quinlan now. KC working the zone. Kathleen Quinlan steps on the sideline. And it is a block in for Quinlan. Dana Wells-McCaw in for Lauren Ford. For Kings. Bain, soft looking shot, offensive glass is Andrea Hebert. She'll get the hoop and the harm. Chance for the three-point play here. Soiko in for Bain. Timeout Tommies as the lead is up to 7. Chance to make it 8 with Hebert on the line. Listening in quickly to the Tommy huddle. Can't really pick up Coach Connors is saying. It does appear it is an offensive discussion, at least by the hand gestures on the clipboard. Set to go out of the timeout. Be one shot for Hebert and UKC. Pushes the lead up to 8. Tommies need to keep this close. Score here. Very helpful in that regard and big for STU. LeBlanc with the drive, blocked inside. That was Hebert. Now we get a foul. It'll be Hebert on the foul, I believe 8. That was the call from the official. See that go up on the board here to be sure. Connors on the drive. Shot, no rim there. 2 on the shot clock. Going to be a shot clock violation. Connors couldn't get the shot up in time. The foul that's up on the board is on 13. Not number 8, so that's Wells McCaughan. Chance to go up 10 with a 2 on this possession. Hebert with a miss there. Bain fights for the rebound. No, that's Soiko. Mix those two up a couple times here. Connors for Roy. Quinlan steps in, going to get the block. Just slightly late was Quinlan. Vedito will check in for Hansen. Connors, too strong. That was into the hands of Wells McCaughan. Pushed to the front court, found Soiko. Soiko drives. Going to be fouled on the way to the bucket by Ella Hoyt with the block. Soiko on the line, Alex Soiko out of Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. The make on the second. Connors with a catch against pressure for Visito and Hoyt. LeBlanc, deep 3. One left short. Connors can't save it as she has the toes on the tulips when she touches the ball on the end line. 13.2 to go in the quarter. Tommies bring pressure here with UKC. Leading by 9. 7 to shoot. Quinlan for 3. That one is nothing but nylon. Big bucket there for UKC as the lead is 12 at the end of 3 quarters. They were up by 1, 29-28 at half. So it's now 51 to 39, so that quarter, Tommy score 11 and 22, is my math correct? 22 for UKC. So it's a 22 to 11 third quarter. That's the pace of scoring the Blue Devils want, that 20 points a quarter. That gets them just above the 80 mark where they sit. Some work to do to get to that number today, but they're up 12 on the Tommies. Going to take just a very short break here between quarters. I'll be right back. Back here as we get ready for quarter number 4. The opportunity to take a little look ahead at the team's upcoming schedules. For UKC, as I've mentioned earlier, they're in the middle of 5 in a row on the road. Yesterday at UNBSJ, today here, and then 3 starting off the second semester. At Mount A, at MSVU, those two are playing today. And as I looked at that one at halftime, it was MSVU ahead of Mount A. They go at Mount A on the 14th, at MSVU on the 20th, and at Holland on the 21st. Before returning home to the Kingdome for a game on the 28th versus Crandall. All talking about January there in those numbers. So January 14th, January 20th, 21st, and then back home the 28th for the Tommies. They go at Crandall January 12th, and then they're back home on the 14th versus MSVU. Always love the Tommy MSVU matchup. They seem to bring out the best of one another somehow. Big response there by LeBlanc with the rainbow three-pointer. Cut the lead to 9 in single digits. That's big for STU. Give you the lineups here. Start this quarter. That's Soiko. Pass inside, and nice lay-in by Emma Garrigan. Soiko, Garrigan, Wells, McCaughan, Hebert. And Quinlan. Turnover there, that's Garrigan. Nice move by Garrigan to shield Ella Hoyt from the ball and score 2. Lead now 13. And another turnover, UKC. Quinlan was looking for Soiko. Nice dive by Soiko. Try to save that one. That's out of bounds. Jeffrey and Sturkle back in for STU. Sturkle enters with 3 fouls. Of course, no time like the present when you're down 13 with 9 minutes to go. And the veteran Sturkle will need to play through those fouls. Connors for Sturkle. Corner pass for LeBlanc. LeBlanc drives. It doesn't drop. Connors is there for the rebound. Double team. Back outside. Jeffrey, Roy. Roy drives. Roy gets her own rebound and off of the shins of Jeffrey on the attempted pass. Offensive foul on Quinlan. Charge taken by Kylie Roy. Tough day contact-wise for Quinlan. That's going to be her 3rd. And I do not see Brianna Bartley back on the Tommy bench, so I have to assume she's still getting checked out after the unintentional head contact from Quinlan in the first half. And of course, all precautions should be taken in those situations. Connors, Jeffrey, LeBlanc, 3-point shot. That's no good. Nice work by Quinlan underneath to get Sturkle trapped underneath the bucket. Allows the Blue Devils to get the offensive rebound. Hubert picks it up, finds Soiko. Jenna Bain will check in. Blocking foul that time on Roy as Soiko drives the bucket. Black and Bain in for Wells McCaughan and Garrigan. Soiko on the line. Soiko good on the first. Alex Soiko shooting nearly 90% coming into this game from the line. Looks like she'll up the average here today with a couple free throws. And as mentioned, 3 of the top 5 percentage free throw shooters in the conference here on this Blue Devil team. Don't want to be sending them to the line. Roy finds the back of the backboard with the attempted pass. Coach Connors looking for a blocking call on that one that's not coming. Lead suddenly is 15 for UKC. Sturkle collects the carom off for LeBlanc. Connors launches a three. Wide of the mark. Rebound to Black. Black on the drive is going to be fouled by LeBlanc. We'll send Lindsay Black to the line. Black 10.1 points. 5 rebounds, nearly 3.5 assists. And shoots nearly 70% from the free throw line as well. Coach Connors with a discussion with the officials, still looking to find out why that wasn't a block call at the other end. So how's not the same call? Discussion with Mr. Gallagher. Kathleen Johnson running the huddle for the Tommies this time, as Coach Connors continues to discuss with the officials. Twelve seconds left on the timeout timer. Reminder coming up after this one, the men's team, same two schools coming up. Black will be on the line out of the timeout. Black with Quinlan, Hebert, Bain, and Ford. UKC, you can say they can go big. This is about as big as it could possibly go, I think. LeBlanc drive, back rim. It's her own rebound for Sturkle in the post. Nice move there, and there's another 2 more points for Lynn Sturkle. Sturkle, in my view, probably the best scorer that the Tommies have all around. Can score from all 3 levels on the court. Deep, mid-range, and down low. Kings answers. Connors for Sturkle. Looking for LeBlanc. Nice cut by LeBlanc. That one rolls in over the rim. 14-point game. 6:20 to go. Tommies need stops. Number one thing that they need right now. Ford against Roy. Nice back in by Lauren Ford. That's a good move when you get the size advantage. Stays with it. Can't get the second one to drop. LeBlanc on the rebound. Jeffrey. Connors. Too strong. Sturkle with the rebound. Put back score. Sturkle gets out the Windex, wipes the glass, and puts one in the bucket for the Tommies. Black. Feet tangled up there. UKC looking for a foul, and I think rightfully so, asking for that one. Officials don't give it. Sturkle, tough catch in the post. Looking for 3 buckets in a row was Sturkle. A little too strong that time. Oh, nice cut from Hebert. Little backdoor cut. Lead back to 14. Connors drives baseline. Nowhere to go, looks for Sturkle, but guess who's there? It's Jenna Bain. Bain a little too strong on that one. And now Bain will pick up the foul, trying to get the steal on LeBlanc. Only the second team foul for Kings this quarter. Tommies also have 2. Hoyt and Vidito check in for Stu. Bain, who picked up her second, will go to the bench. Gossel checks in, as does Davila, and Ford goes to the bench. Circle post catch again. Outside pass for Hoyt. Jeffrey. Circle sets the screen. Jeffrey now back outside. Circle sets the feet for 3 and finds the bottom of the bucket. That's what I mean for Sturkle. She can score from the inside and the outside. 11-point game. Tommy's trailing. 4:08 to go. That's going to be a backcourt violation on Davila. If I look at the court right now, I see 2 possible Tommy advantages. One is Sturkle in the low post. The other is pressure on Davila on bringing the ball up. I think the veteran Tommy defenders against Davila may be able to generate some turnovers there on the rookie Davila. That's nothing against Lib Davila, just a first-year player handling the ball against pressure. I'll take the veteran pressure almost every time there, no matter what the team is and the player is. And Jeffrey, oh, nice dribble there by Davila. And there, the tough defense of the Tommies and their veteran Roy gets the turnover from Davila. Didn't happen on bringing the ball up, but it did happen in the front court. Circle's been hot. Let's see if the Tommies feed the hot hand here. Jeffrey, Roy on the drive. She's going to pick up the foul and shoot 2. Gossel didn't think so. She cradles the ball in her arms. Official says, little hack on the arm to get there. Connors in for Sturkle. Quinlan in for Jeffrey. So the hot hand of Sturkle to the bench. Can bet she won't be there very long. And she'll be checking back in. Down 11. Tommies on the line with Roy. Make it a 10-point game. Areka Keg checks in for UKC. There's Davila again, another tough catch, and Tommy's almost had another turnover. A Keg turns the ball over to Roy. Roy for Vidito over a Keg, scores 2. Vidito with a great game scoring-wise for the Tommies. Lead is down to 8. Under 3 to play. Here comes Bain off the bench. Coach Doucette says, yeah, we need the veteran Bain in the game. Put back by a Keg. On the Davila miss, lead is 10. Cross court, Quinlan. Hoyt on the outside. Connors thought about the three-pointer instead. Puts the ball on the floor. Roy in the paint, met by Davila. Takeaway there by Lib Davila. Quinlan for Davila. Davila, no one to pass to there. The Tommies bottled up the opportunity, really close to a back court. Quinlan, tough handle. They reset. 6 on the shot clock, though, now for the Tommies. Roy drives, picks up the foul again. Shoot 2. It's going to go on Davila. Nora Quinlan to the bench as Jenna Bain checks in. And Jeffrey and Sturkle back in for the Tommies. 1:36 to play. 10-point game. Must have free throws for Kylie Roy. Out of bounds off of UKC. It will stay Tommy's basketball. Roy couldn't convert either one, but the Tommies get possession. Sturkle setting up low post. Juggling positions with a keg. Long pass for Benito. Connors is there. Connors is fouled. She goes down and will go to the line. Might have to go back and look at that inbound play again. Not sure who the catch was actually intended for there. Connors clean on the first free throw. Another must-have one here for the Tommies. If it's a miss, you got to have the offensive board. It's a make, and here comes the good pressure from Tommy. The best they've got right now. You're going to see it. Connors, the slap away. She ends up in the front row with the ball. Will stay UKC. Tommy's looking for a turnover. Davila on the catch that time, draws a foul. Foul goes on Jeffrey. 1:29 on the clock. That'll be the Tommies' third. Still 3 up there, so we'll go with 3. Jenna Bain inbounds. That is Lindsay Black. Tommy's double jump ball. Possession UKC. Lauren Ford checks in. It'll be for a keg. No, it'll be for Lindsay Black. It's a keg on the outside. Davila that time fouled by the hard-charging Roy, who was jumping the passing lane looking for the steal. That's what the Tommies need to do. Pick up a foul there. It's going to be the Tommies' 4th, and the 4th on Roy. 1:18 to go. Timeout Tommies in an 8-point game. Still a minute and a half to go. We are a little bit behind schedule here for the men's game. Probably start at about 10 after. Just going to quickly here see if I can pull up the scores from around the league. A little refresh here on the phone and see who won the other game going on. It's a tight one, 32 seconds left. Mount Allison 60, MSVU 61. And here with 1:17 to go and a timeout on the floor, UKC 64, STU 56. I'm not going to say go watch that 1-point game and drift away from this one if you're on here. But I will say stay with this one and then go watch later on ACAA TV. The recording of that 1-point game, if you've been watching this one all along, that looks like it was a real dandy. And right down to the wire here, 30 seconds left. 1-point contest and a good finish yet to come for this one. Tommies need a steal and a score. UKC score makes it near impossible for the Tommies. And that is Bain on the spin. Bain on the drive. Bain scores it. 10-point lead. Connors on Ford. Connors inside for Roy. That one goes through. Connors got a piece of that pass. 52.7 seconds left. Timeout, UKC, with 19 on the shot clock. Scoreboard watching can be fun in December. It's the same as it can be in February. MSVU now up 3 with 21 seconds to go. I spoke with UKC coaches before the game, and they say level of play around the conference is really high, really competitive. The teams are all close. And it's who comes to play at any given night that can win, whether you're the top team or the teams towards the bottom of the conference. With a win here, the UKC Blue Devils would secure themselves a share of first place going into the break between semesters, exams, of course, and then the holiday break before the teams get back underway in January. That would move UKC to 7-1. The winner of the MSVU Mount A game would also be 7-1. But still 52 seconds and only an 8-point game here. This is not over yet, although really hard for the Tommies based on that last score by Bain that put them up 10. Tommies responded well with a quick bucket from Roy. And now need a takeaway and definitely a stop. Foul from Stu. And we'll shoot 2. We'll send Davila to the line. Lib Davila from O'Donnell High, 5'4" point guard, first year. Very good free throw shooter, approaching 90% coming into this game. Looks like I've said that for many of these Blue Devils. I don't know that the send them to the line is going to work for the Tommies, but they get the miss out of the rookie Davila. I don't mean to sound like I've been picking on Davila here for the last couple minutes, but you do look at the floor and you see a rookie with ball in their hands. That's where I'd want to apply the pressure and test it at the very least. Sturkle for Vedito. Vedito drives inside for Connors. Connors fouled by Davila, I believe. Connors to the line, 36.8 to go. Connors clean there. Another must-have free throw for the Tommies to put them down 7. Lots of possibilities now for Stu. 7 is still 3 possessions. But there's one, there's the turnover, and there's the score. No, not the score, but to the line for Kylie Roy. That would have been a big and one had that went down, and I thought it was going. Thought that was on the right side of the rim to drop in. More tough luck from the line for Kylie Roy. Roy out of St. John. Can't get the second one to go either, and it's a rebound for Lindsay Black. Tommies give the foul. We'll walk the length of the court. It's going to be a foul on Connors. That's going to be her third. Connors will hobble off to the sideline. Of course, there's a time of year that you're banged up a little. This is the time when you've got basically the whole month of December and the first week of January. You've got 4 to 6 weeks here, depending on your schedule, to get back to health. And of course, work yourself through exams and holidays and all the things that come with it. Tie up there. This should be possession Tommies. So the Tommies get the tie up, down 8. Outside for LeBlanc and Sturkle. She launches the 3. Can't get that one to go. Didn't have a whole lot of choice, so the Tommies needed buckets. 10 seconds left to the front court. Davila. Tommies do not give the foul here as they pull it back, and Bain is just going to dribble this one out. 68-60, solid road victory for UKC. The scoring pace, not quite where they wanted it. They usually score a little over 80 a game. However, they'll be happy to take the victory, and a well-deserved victory. Was that 22-11 third quarter that really turned the tide in this one for UKC and earned them the win. Tommies, for the most part, kept the scoring pace other than that third quarter where they wanted it. But the Tommies, they will fall to 2-6 going to the break. UKC, we tied for the conference lead at 7-1 with the winner of that MSVU and Mount A game. Check out ACAA.ca. Check the score in that one. ACA TV. If you want to watch that one. Come on back, though. Switch streams about 20 minutes. We'll have UKC and the Tommy men. Both of those squads' last game of the opening semester. For everyone here at St. Thomas, I'm Bill Gibson. Thanks for tuning in, folks. And for all you women's basketball fans, see you next semester.